What it do, Style Crew? It's your girl JayStyles, and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I have this beautiful top, and we have the back here. Now let's get started. So for this tutorial, I'll be using I Love This yarn in the color red. I'll be using a 5.5 millimeter. To get started, we're going to start off with a slip knot. And we're going to make a foundation chain that's long enough to go from one armpit to the next armpit. So I'm going to chain 3, wrap my yarn into the very first braid bump, just like that. We're going to pull up, wrap our yarn, pull through the first one, wrap our yarn, pull through 2, wrap our yarn, pull through 2. So now we're going to wrap our yarn, insert our hook right in there, pull up, wrap my yarn, pull through the first one, wrap my yarn, pull through 2, wrap my yarn, pull through 2. So you guys know the drill. We're going to make this long enough to go from one armpit to the next armpit, and then I'm going to come back. Alright, now we have 74 foundation chains. I'm going to chain 2, turn my work, and I'll be skipping this one where the chain 2 is coming out of and placing my double crochet in the next stitch, and then all the way down until my chain into my chain 2 space at the bottom. So I'm going to keep going and place my last double crochet in this space right here. Alright, so here we are coming up on our last few stitches, and we are placing our last double crochet in the chain 2 space. Now we're going to chain 2, turn our work, and repeat this again by double crocheting all the way down. And for row 4, we're going to switch up the pattern. So just double crochet all the way down. So here we are with our 3 rows of double crochet. So now starting on this side, I'm going to count in 25 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. In the 25th stitch, I'm going to mark off where I'm going to double crochet till. So I'm going to double crochet 25 stitches in this way, and then I'm going to count 1. So now I should have 24 stitches in the middle, and I'm going to crochet 25 stitches in. So I'm going to crochet to here, then I'm going to chain up 27, and then I'm going to double crochet into here and then all the way down, and I'm going to show you guys all of that. So now we are going to chain up 2, turn our work, and double crochet down until our stitch marker. So I will meet you guys when we get to our stitch marker. So now that we have double crocheted to this point, we're going to place our last double crochet right here. And now we're going to chain up 27. And the reason I'm chaining up 27 is to account for when we pull up the top a little bit, so that we have enough space and the hole looks correct. So now you want to grab your piece, and you want to make sure that your chain is not twisted. So I'm going to drop it for a second. I'm going to prepare for a double crochet. So always, this part is always just a little awkward for me when I am double crocheting, but I always like to make my stitches look similar here and not get like a big stitch or a weird stitch. So I'm just gonna hold my hook just a little bit differently. Insert. I'm gonna hold them together to make a small just like that. So you see that our chain is not twisted or anything like that. And we inserted right into this stitch. So now I'm going to double crochet all the way down and into our chain 2 space at the bottom. Then I'm going to come back and show you how we do the rest of the rows for this top, because after this every row is going to be the same. All right, I'll meet you guys. So here we are about to come up on our chain spaces. I just wanted to show you guys. So you're just going to double crochet right into the chain spaces. And then when you crochet all the way down into the chain spaces, you're going to crochet into the double crochets, work all the way down to your chain 2, turn your work, and then from there you're going to make as many rows as you'd like for the top. I'm going to keep going back and forth and then come back and show you guys how many rows I have for the top, but it really is this simple of just crocheting right into the chain spaces. As you can see what it looks like, what it's going to continue to look like, and then I'll show you guys what I do for the necktie, but you're going to finish it off in this chain, then double crochet all the way down. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when we're done. So here we are coming up on the last chain. We're going to insert our hook, double crochet, and then double crochet in the next space, and then all the way down. So after this row, like I said, you're gonna go back and forth until you have the top length that you desire. Alright guys, so I have now completed 13 rows of double crochet for the top that I'm making. Now we are going to make the back corset. So I am going to chain 2 from my work, and then in every double crochet along I'm gonna put 2 double crochet. That counts as 2 in there. 1, 2, and I'm gonna do this all the way down till I get to the end. And I'll meet you guys back when we're done with this. So here we are coming up on the end. And I'm going to place my last double crochet in this chain 2 space. Now I'm going to chain 4, turn my work. Now I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and in the third I'm going to double crochet, and I'm going to chain 2, skip 2, and then double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, and then double crochet. So we're going to do this all the way till we get to the end. So here we are coming up on the end. We're going to chain 2 and place our last double crochet in this space. Now to finish this off, we're going to chain 1, turn our work one more time, and we are going to place 2 single crochets in the space, and then 1 single crochet in the double crochet. So 2 single crochet in the space, and then 1 in the double crochet all the way down, and then you're going to fasten off your yarn, repeat on the other side, and then I'll come back and show you guys our tie for the middle. And then if you want to stop there, your top is going to be done. You're going to chain a number for your back. I'd say chain 200 and use that for your back ties, but you'll tie it like a corset. and then we'll continue if you want to continue with the rest of this top. So now for the middle tie, you're going to create a slip knot, and you're going to create a foundation chain of 5 double crochets. So the same way we start our foundation chains, inserting, all right, so now we have 5. Now we're going to chain 2, turn our work. We're going to insert a double crochet into every stitch. And you can make this as long as you would like. I'm going to come back and let you guys know how many I did. But yes, you're just going to keep doing this until you have the length that you desire. So I worked a total of 165 rows for this strap right here. I wanted it very long. Now we'll start off with another slip knot, and we'll be making the rows for this, the rows of the flower, or whatever you want to consider it. So I'm going to start a foundation chain, and this is a single crochet foundation chain, so it's just a little bit different. So I'm going to chain up 2, and then I'm going to go into the first back bump, pull up 1 loop, yarn over, pull through the first one, yarn over, pull through 2. To get to the next one, we're going to go under this piece right here, and then we're going to find this piece in the back right now. So you see that braid? Then we're going to pull up a loop, wrap our yarn, pull through the first one only, wrap our yarn, and pull through 2. So these are foundation single crochets, and we will need to do a total of 45. If you want to make your flower bigger, you will do a multiple of 5. So whatever number you want, you just have to make them in multiples of 5. So I'm doing 45 for this right now because I want a smaller flower. But the flower that you'll see in the middle of the top, that was 85 foundation chains, and that was the first one that I made. I didn't know 85 would be as big as that, but I actually really like the way it turned out. So I do want to make this a bit smaller than that, so I'm going to make this one 45 chains. If you're not comfortable with foundation single crochets, you'll chain up 46, go into the second chain from the hook, and you'll have 45. It'll be the same thing. So I'm just going to keep going until I have my 45, and I'm going to come and show you guys what's next. And I'll show you the sequence, and we'll continue to move forward. All right, catch you guys when we have 45. All right, so now that you have 45 stitches, just like this, you're going to chain 5, turn your work, and now you're going to count and skip 4 stitches, and in the 5th stitch you're going to place a single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to place a single crochet right in there, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth until we reach the end of this row. All right, so here we are coming up on the end of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and our last one is going to go our last stitch in this space. All right, and now you should have something that looks like this. So we are going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to do this for every loop. So this is how we do this first petal. We're going to insert with a single crochet, then we're going to wrap our yarn, insert into this space with a half double crochet, wrap our yarn, insert with a double crochet, wrap our yarn twice, and we're going to treble 3 times into this space. So 1 treble, and to treble, I'm sorry guys, to treble, you wrap your yarn twice, insert, pull up, pull, wrap through the first 2, wrap your yarn, pull through the second 2, and then wrap your yarn and pull through the last 2. So one more time, you're going to wrap your yarn over twice, insert, pull up a loop, wrap your yarn, pull through the first 2, wrap your yarn, pull through the second 2, yarn over, pull through the last one. So now that we have 3, I like to scoot it over. We're going to treble again, and now we're going to count 2 spaces of 1, 2, and in this third space right here, we are going to insert, pull up a loop, and finish our treble crochet. Now you're going to place 3 trebles. So to this side, you're going to place 3 trebles, a double crochet, half double, and then a single crochet. So wrap your yarn, treble, that's 1, and that's 2, and that's 3, wrap our yarn, double, our favorite, wrap our yarn, half double, and then insert for a single. Now that is 1 petal. So our 1 petal is gonna look like this. And now we're just gonna repeat. So we're gonna insert with a single crochet, wrap our yarn, half double, wrap our yarn, double, wrap our yarn twice, 3 trebles, all right, here we go, counting 1, 2, just look at my spaces, counting 1, 2 in this third one right here, insert, pull up, pull through 2, wrap your yarn, pull through 2, wrap your yarn, pull through 2, and repeat the same thing going backwards. So 3 trebles, wrap your yarn for a double, wrap your yarn for a half double, and insert for a single. So now we have our second petal. So now repeat this all the way down till you get to here, and then we're gonna make our flower. All right, so here we are at the end of our flower. So I finished with a single crochet. I fastened off a really long tail. So I have my tail here. And now I am just gonna pull this through to secure it. Now we have this. So what we wanna do is we are going to take our flower like this and start curling it in. So we're going to do this with our flower, and we are going to be forming it how we would please. So that looks about right. I'm just going to keep playing with it, manipulating it. Now we have turned this over, and we're going to take our tapestry needle. We're going to feed our yarn through our tapestry needle, and we're just going to sew right in the middle, trying to get all these pieces together. We're just going to sew right through there. And now we're going to go through more layers randomly. I don't have any rhyme or rhythm to this. Just so we're gonna make sure to keep this loose, this piece hanging out, because I want to use it when I'm tying. So then I would like lift it up and see which areas are not secured. So I just go back in and keep just securing my flower together in the back. All right, so although I feel like I don't ever need to show this part, I do understand that people are beginners and don't always know how to finish off a top. So now I'm chaining the back strap. I'm just gonna make this chain, and then I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of how I corset the back. All right, so now we have our top with our two sides, because we saw one on camera, then we repeated it on the next side. Then we have our long strap that we made, and what we're gonna do to begin our assembly is feed this strap through the middle, just like this. And you want to make sure that these straps right here are even. So we have this right here. We're going to kind of collapse it in the middle. Make sure that our straps are even. And I like them to be facing like up like this and out. And now we're just going to make a knot with our strap. All right. So this knot is kind of going to be at the top. I want my knot to be at the top of my bow so that we can tie it on our neck, so on and so forth. So I'm going to set this down and grab our flower and show you guys how I'm going to attach the flower. So now I have this piece. This is the flower that I was talking about that has 85 foundation chains, and that's why it's so big compared to our 45 foundation chain flower. I wanted this flower in the middle because it was just so freaking cute. This is cute too. This is definitely cute too, but I just wanted it big and bold. So I was gonna put this down here like this and just attach it, not really in any fancy way, just kind of use its strings to like tie it so I can take it off if I wanted to. Because if you wanted to wear the top without the flower, you can, just like this is a halter top, or you can add the flowers, or you can add the one flower. So I'm gonna add the one flower just like that because it's so freaking cute. So I cut my yarn to, this was my starting yarn and this was my weaving yarn. So I cut it about to this length, and I kind of want to make this an option where I can take it off and put it on. So all I'm going to do is feed it into here and kind of just make sure everybody's here with me together. And I won't make a knot because I want to be able to take it out. So I'm going to tie it down like that, but I'm gonna make this part into like a bow. Bunny rabbit, it's like you're tying a shoelace kind of situation. All right, just like that, and we have that ready to go. So now we're gonna flip this over, and this is really just for the corset. So we're gonna put these two together. All right, so we have our very long tie, and we're going to feed it in through the top of this loop, and then the top of this loop, like that. I do like to make them even, but of course you can fix it throughout. And I skip the next loop and I go into the next loop. So I feed it, not kind of, but I feed it through every other loop. And if I ever have tops where I have like 2 loops at the bottom, or I have one here, and the next one is supposed to skip this and that, so I just put it in here, and I'll put it in here too. So that stuff like that does not bother me at all. So I'm just gonna feed my string in through every other loop. Until we get to the bottom. And fortunately for this beautiful tutorial, everything lines up, so it would not embarrass me. And of course you want to tuck in your tails and make everything all cute and fancy. But there you have it. This is our beautiful halter top. This is so trendy right now. I love this flower. I love this color. Follow me on my socials to see the whole look I put together. All of those will be down in the description below. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!